let's get this deep dive started. We are talking all about beaches today.
Beaches!
The world's most popular beaches, actually.
Uh-huh.
The ones that are at the top of everybody's, travel bucket list.
Yeah.
But we're going to go a little deeper than just like pretty pictures and, daydreams. We've got a source that ranks these beaches.
Yeah.
And we're going to unpack what makes each one of these beaches so special and why they really capture all of our imaginations.
Yeah.
When we think about beaches, we just...
It's interesting, you say popular. I mean, what does that even mean when it comes to beaches?
That's a good question.
Are we talking about the number of visitors?
Yeah.
Or like how much buzz it gets on social media? Maybe it's just that certain something special, that je ne sais quoi, that makes a beach legendary.
Yeah, for sure. Like, how did our source actually define popularity when they put together this list?
Well, they took kind of a multifaceted approach. So they looked at things like visitor data, like how many people are actually going to these beaches,
Right.
how often they're mentioned in the media,
Yeah.
Magazines, websites, that sort of thing, even how often they pop up, like in movies or songs.
Oh, interesting.
So it's a real blend of objective measures, hard data, but also that intangible wow factor
Right.
that really makes a beach a global icon.
Got it. So it's not just like, heads in beds, how many people are there, but also like the cultural impact, that sense of awe.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's jump in.
Let's do it.
The first one on the list is Grace Bay. It's in Turks and Caicos.
Oh, yeah.
Famous for powdery white sand and calm, crystal clear turquoise water. I mean, come on.
That sounds pretty good, right?
That sounds like the dream.
Yeah.
But what is it like? What makes sand feel powdery soft?
It all comes down to the size and the composition of the sand grains.
Okay.
So the finer those sand grains are and the more rounded, the softer they feel under your feet.
Oh, interesting.
And coral reefs, they play a big role in this.
Oh, okay.
Coral reefs break down into these tiny little smooth particles, and that creates that luxurious feel.
I see.
And Grace Bay's location, like right in the heart of this protected reef system, means that the sand is especially fine and pristine.
So it's like walking on a cloud made of like crushed coral.
Pretty much.
I can see why people rave about it.
Yeah.
All right, next up on the list, we're going down to Australia. Whitehaven Beach.
Oh, Whitehaven.
This one's known for this swirling white sands.
Yeah.
And the sand is silica-based. What's the big deal about silica sand?
Silica sand is known for being really pure.
Okay.
And think of it this way.
Yeah.
The purer the sand, the less light it absorbs.
Okay.
And that's why Whitehaven's water has this incredible turquoise hue.
Oh, wow.
It's like nature's own light show.
That's so cool.
And the silica itself actually comes from eroded quartz.
Okay.
That's what gives it that brilliant white color. So it's like a double whammy of like visual perfection.
Yeah.
You get that pure white sand amplifying the already stunning blue water.
Absolutely.
No wonder it's, a photographer's dream.
Absolutely.
Speaking of vibrant, let's go over to Copacabana Beach in Brazil.
Right.
Our source highlights the bustling promenade there.
Yeah.
Amazing city and mountain views.
It's iconic.
So it seems like kind of a see and be seen kind of a beach.
Exactly. Copacabana is all about the energy, the spectacle.
Okay.
It's a place to, soak up the sun, do some people watching,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even show off those beach volleyball skills.
Yeah.
It's the heart of Rio's beach culture.
I feel like if someone was looking for a more laid-back, chill, tranquil beach experience,
Yeah.
maybe Copacabana isn't the spot.
Yeah. It really depends what you're looking for.
Right.
Some people thrive on that vibrant atmosphere. They want to be in the middle of it all.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you crave peace and quiet, there are definitely more secluded places on our list.
Yeah, I guess it all comes down to finding the right beach that matches your personality.
Absolutely.
Okay, while we're talking about iconic beach scenes, we have to mention Waikiki Beach in Hawaii.
Oh, of course, Waikiki.
Diamond Head looming in the background,
Yeah.
Surfers catching waves. It's instantly recognizable.
It's classic.
I've heard Waikiki's got a really fascinating history when it comes to surfing.
Oh, absolutely. Waikiki is considered the birthplace of modern surfing.
Wow.
It has roots in ancient Hawaiian culture.
Mm-hmm.
Surfing was a spiritual practice back then and even a symbol of status. But, it was in Waikiki in the early 20th century that surfing really started to evolve into the global sport that we know and love today.
So it's not just a beautiful beach.
Right.
It's also a place where surfing history was made.
Absolutely.
Okay. And from historical significance to architectural beauty, let's jet over to South Beach in Miami.
All right, South Beach.
Now, I know it's famous for, the beautiful people, but our source really emphasizes the Art Deco architecture.
Right.
That's like a defining feature there.
Right.
Which makes me wonder, are there other beaches around the world where architecture plays like such a prominent role?
That's a really interesting question. South Beach really shows how beaches can be so intertwined with human history and design.
Right.
I mean, imagine a beach with like ancient Roman ruins, or medieval castles overlooking the water.
Yeah.
There's a whole world of beaches where like the buildings and the structures just add another whole layer to the experience.
That's fascinating. Okay, next up, we're not jumping to just one beach,
Okay.
but an entire island nation,
The Maldives.
the Maldives.
Right.
What makes these beaches like collectively so special?
Well, the Maldives are basically like a string of pearls in the Indian Ocean.
Okay.
Each island has these incredible white sand beaches, crystal clear lagoons.
Mhm.
What ties them all together is the luxury resorts.
Okay.
Those iconic overwater bungalows, and just an overall sense of like secluded paradise.
Yes.
Yeah,
The overwater bungalow, like that's the ultimate escape fantasy.
it really is.
Okay, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about Maya Bay in Thailand.
Okay.
Anyone who's seen The Beach, the movie,
Yes.
remembers that iconic setting.
Such a beautiful spot.
But our source mentions that it's now really closely managed to protect the ecosystem there,
Mm-hmm.
which makes you think about that whole balance of tourism and conservation,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Maya Bay is an interesting case. It kind of became a victim of its own popularity.
right? Yeah.
The sheer number of visitors was taking a toll on the coral reefs and just the environment around it.
Yeah.
So they had to make a tough decision to actually close it off to tourists for a while
Wow.
to allow the ecosystem to kind of bounce back.
I remember seeing photos of Maya Bay, like before and after the closure.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Like the difference is night and day.
It's a powerful reminder that we have a responsibility to visit these places sustainably.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. The next stop on our list takes us to Anse Source d'Argent in the Seychelles.
Seychelles.
This beach is famous for these giant granite boulders that are just scattered along the shoreline.
It's a unique look.
They look otherworldly.
Yeah.
How do formations like that even happen?
Those granite boulders are basically a testament to like the power of geologic time.
Okay.
They're the result of millions of years of volcanic activity,
Oh, wow.
erosion, weathering. It's amazing to think that like the beaches that we see today are shaped by forces that have been at work for millennia.
It's like walking through a geology textbook.
Pretty much.
All right, let's sketch some waves. Back in Australia, but this time at Bondi Beach.
Bondi.
This is, our source calls it out, quintessential Australian surf culture.
Yeah.
So is there a particular style or vibe
Mm-hmm.
that sets Bondi apart from other famous surf spots, like Waikiki, for example?
Yeah, definitely. Bondi has this really raw energy, like laid-back Aussie attitude,
Yeah.
The waves there are known for their power, so it attracts a lot of experienced surfers.
Oh, okay.
It's less about the classic Hang 10 image
Yeah.
and more about like tackling these challenging swells.
Oh, so Bondi's where you go to like test your surfing mettle?
Exactly.
Okay, last but not least, we are heading over to Navajo Beach in Greece, also known as Shipwreck Beach.
Shipwreck Beach.
I mean, the name says it all. Dramatic cliffs,
Yeah.
turquoise water,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a mysterious shipwreck right there on the sand.
Right there on the sand.
Do we know anything about the story behind that shipwreck?
There are a lot of theories,
Okay.
but the true story is kind of shrouded in mystery.
Oh.
Some people say it was a smuggler ship that was running from the authorities.
Okay.
Others believe it was just caught in a bad storm.
Yeah.
That air of mystery kind of just adds to the allure of the place.
I love that. A beach with a built-in adventure story.
Yeah.
What's really striking to me is how diverse this list is.
Mm-hmm.
From like the tranquil beauty of Grace Bay
Yeah.
to the rugged energy of Bondi.
Right.
Each beach offers such a completely different experience. It
Oh,
really
it's-
speaks to like the incredible variety
Yeah.
of our planet's coastlines.
Absolutely. And this is really just a tiny little glimpse into the world of beaches.
Yeah,
There are so many other hidden gems and breathtaking shores just waiting to be discovered.
absolutely. So for everyone listening, I have a question for you.
Okay.
What elements would you include in your perfect beach escape?
Ooh.
Would it be those powdery white sands, the surf culture, a touch of mystery,
Yeah, good question.
maybe something else entirely?
Mm-hmm.
This deep dive, I think, has only just scratched the surface. Now it's your turn to explore.
Go find your beach.
Exactly.
Ah.
All right. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, everybody.
Yeah.
Catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.